going to read a couple of poems, and I have been thinking a lot about climate change and my relation to it, and I guess looking for ways in words sometimes to connect with how to go forward. This one is called Swan Quarter. There are gray sheets of rain over the cotton fields, standing water on the road as the rain falls steadily down. 2-story clapboard houses with dingy white curtains hanging like petticoats of ghosts stand vacant by the road. Some have rectangles of plywood tacked over windows, one a new white door. Smaller houses built right next to the old, which have to hold the shape of the life that left them like a hollow locust shell after the brightly minted cicada has flown. With its weighty body, the casing true to each bulging eye, flared ankle, transparent now. The cotton leaves glow green in the storm gloom, balls of white shining. The fields were bone dry when we passed through here 2 days ago. The roadside read names like Rayburn, Pungo. Pretty soon the names simply read Dead End Road, right on a slender street sign, like the sign the name of the street should be on. We turn at a crossroads where one of the cross signs points sideways. Road ends 2 miles. A modern sign says, "Keep North Carolina clean and green." Well, small angels, gray as the stones, adorn graves, and wilting pink morning glories trail over things next to the road. I'm here, sweetie. A parasol, bright blue with little red flowers, lies submerged in a slough with the rain falling down on it. It looks cheerful, though, not depressing. A silo stands gray in a field encrusted in vines, experimental crop plantings by the university, probably GMO strains, marked by small red and white signs. I wonder if they give the people here a feeling of hope for the future, the same way they inspire dread in me. Consider how something wanted becomes precious, how I don't hear about crops from Eastern Carolina. I see the slightly overgrown yards. Consider how when someone wants what you have, you come alive with liveliness. Then things begin to blossom and bear fruit. When no one wants what you have, you diminish, slipping into quiet emptiness like those houses. The person, what is around them, may be hardly different, yet in being seen lies the difference between thriving and desolation. Closed eyes of abandoned houses still see, from some inner pulsing stillness, the spare line between inhabiting and dwelling. The second one doesn't have a title. Mailbox wrapped with roses, a dolly on the ground, slowly taking on the color of dirt and raindrops. In the swirling armpits of the clouds, the mountains pulsed with the deep watered green of summer. Nowhere did we find what we sought, though the creeks were full of water, drought slowly becoming memory as the greening came, softening the brittleness. Inside, the packed clay of people's chests, those places once fluid and luminous, now baked hard and cracking, tried to do the same. Grain by grain, something started to move, until the horror and tears began to slough off like silt banks crumbing into the river in June storms, where slippery, shy, playful things longed to slide belly first. Our songs, locked for so long in those places, suddenly flew out, a roar like a waterfall on birds' wings, plunging upwards and pouring downwards. A towie sings in the bank, How did we get here? Our hands are lined where they never were before, and when we pick blackberries, the lines keep the purple stain, like the scratches that pierce our forearms. When did the lines split our country so in two? When did they split our hearts in two like peaches, juice running away until we lost ourselves and could feel only the rough hardness of the pit, forgetting that under its ridges it was a seed, not a wall. Too hot, upturned faces to the sky, we let the rain spatter eyelids and hair, longing that it might free the tears that had been gone as the land dried up. Fertility and generosity were lost too, and we grew thorns, sharp and dangerous, like desert plants seeking to conserve their moisture. We had to dig deep to find an action beyond response to our environment, to survival where once there had been blessing. Aching, we gathered ourselves up to start again every day. What we made unraveled with every night. No more. Until slowly, without knowing, the fabric began to hold again. With a start, we had a glimpse of recognition of each other, of ourselves and warmth in our bodies, which had been hurting and strange to us. This is not an instant coffee afternoon. Steeping, long, uncertain, we wait, attention on other things. Clouds infused with light, swallows lifting in high release beneath them. Light unfurls in a silk scarf tossed on the wind across a march of mountains.